Hello, so where to start? Well, you'll want to know how to get into OneNote before you can start to use it. So the first thing you do is search for Office 365 login and enter. And usually it's the first one on your list, and you can see just here it says sign into Office 365 and click on that. Now the page you'll be taken to will look a little bit like this. As you can see over here, I'm already logged in. Your work email address is what you'd use. So in my instance it's p.blackburn@dayshigh.co.uk, and then you sign in with your password, which is the usual one that you'd log into any of the computers in school, and I'll just also toggle keep me signed in here. Once you've done that, you click sign in and you get taken to this page, and what you've got are a number of icons here, and these are all the different programs that we've got access to just by having the Microsoft account that we logged in with just before. So you've got OneDrive, which is where everything's stored, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, which is the one I'll talk to you about in a minute, and finally Sway, which is like the newer version of PowerPoint, which is all done online so that anyone can access it once you've made it. You don't just lose it on a pen drive somewhere. So what we'll be doing is using OneNote Online. Now, these are all online versions of the different programs that Microsoft offer. They run completely online. You don't need to install anything to use them, but because of that, they have a few less features to start out with. Up here, you've got the full version that you can install on, say, a computer at home or something like that. And I imagine as you get really into kind of doing the expert practitioner role, and you're wanting to kind of have more control over which classes you use or which kind of style you have, then you're probably best installing it to get all the features. But just for now, we'll do the online OneNote system. So we'll click there. And this is it when it loads. As you can see, I've got a large number of class books here. And these are all as I've been kind of playing around and experimenting. But the one I'm going to go through and show you is the trainee file, because this is the one which I think the expert practitioners would really like, and it's one which I think would make really good provision for kind of developing trainee teachers. So I'll click on that one. And this is the page that you're greeted to. Every class book that you set up is kind of preloaded with a guide, and it's not the easiest one to follow. What I would suggest though is there's little videos kind of throughout it that you can watch to really kind of get yourself up to speed with. There's some on teacher training there, which there's quite a lot to read through. So maybe push out for just the videos if you want training, or just talk to someone who's kind of gone through it already. But you can split all the class books you set up into kind of three things. First, as you can see over on this far left, is something called the collaboration space. And this is where multiple people can contribute to something and share ideas, which I'll talk about later. You've got a content library where the owner of the class book can add in PowerPoints and resources for people, and you've got kind of ideas here of how it's used. And lastly, you've got your trainees area, and you set them up their own little class book, and that's where they make notes and such based on the feedback that you give.